Jaren, can you believe it's senior night coming up?
No. Yeah, obviously snuck up on me like everybody said it would, and nobody ever believes it. But yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Jaren, how special is it that this night comes when you guys have a chance in your fourth year to control your own destiny and put your ticket?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously a very cool opportunity that lies in front of us, but everybody's going to say that we're just going to revert back to our process and do what we do. No matter what our record is, no matter what the implications of the game are, we're going to go out and try and win it. Just try and go 1-0 every week.
You thought at all about the fact that this might not be your last home game here?
I mean, yeah, obviously crossed my mind, but kind of like I said, we got pretty tunnel vision on just worrying about not beating Oklahoma this week and doing what we got to do to win this game, and then let everything else kind of play itself out.
Now, having the perspective of done it for the course of the season, how much have you enjoyed playing tight end this season?
Yeah, it's very fun. Obviously, it's come with a lot of growing pains and, on-the-job learning. Obviously, it's basically I'm a freshman doing it, and so I'm having a lot of fun with it, learning on the fly. Obviously, played offense in high school, so I kind of know some of the stuff, but I've had a ton of fun with it. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
How did you feel like the offense played last week?
Yeah, kind of similar to 2 weeks ago. We kind of feel like we left a lot out there, and we know that we can be a lot better in all those places. But, when you turn the film on, it's never as bad as you think, and it's obviously never as good as you think. And it just goes back to just a couple little things here and there. And I hate saying we're close, and I'm not going to say that, but we're close.
Jaren, Ben talked about the short yardage situations and how you guys can sort of maybe take advantage of those a little bit better. Is there anything specific there that you think that you guys could look to do this week?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's kind of like going back to the previous question, little things like that, and in those moments of the game, and obviously short yardage is a big momentum point in the game, and just emphasizing being better on those things, being better on third down, and specifically on short yardage, it's kind of just like a who wants it more kind of thing. Obviously, there's technique and there's scheme that goes into it, but a lot of those times it's just you got to go out there and be tougher and be the hammer, not the nail. You know what I mean? So that's something we obviously emphasize every single week, and that we're going to continue to emphasize. But yeah, we can definitely improve on that.
Jaren, have you seen tight end group improve in the blocking game, especially since kind of middle of the season?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's kind of like on the job learning, which there's not a lot of time in the day to sit down and work on these things. It's kind of especially into the what week are we now, like 13 or 14 or something of the season. The practices are shorter, the reps are shorter, and so it's kind of you got to take advantage of those reps. We don't have a summer anymore to really nail that down, and so it's obviously it gets better as the year goes on, and we've done a lot of improvement. We still have a lot of improvement that we need to make, and hopefully we still have quite a few games left to play, so we got plenty of time to work on it.
What's your thoughts on LSU? They've had kind of a unique year, but they still have dudes on defense.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely not overlooking them. Obviously, they're an incredible team. They got a bunch of great players, lots of talent. They play hard. They got a good scheme, good coaches. Yeah, they're a good team.
You talked to Bauer Sharp at all, or any thoughts on him being back in Norman?
I haven't talked to him yet this week. I'm sure I'll talk to him at some point. But yeah, I was obviously good buddies with him, and sad to see him leave a great place like Oklahoma. And wish nothing but the best for him, except for this week.
Give you any tips playing tight end?
Did he give me any tips? No, he didn't.
Anything left on your bucket list, just overall for your time as a Sooner?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really a huge bucket list guy. I kind of just live where I am in the moment, kind of take things as they come at me. But I just enjoy the time that I have left here and maximize all my opportunities, really.
You going to bring Berger out to senior day?
I think so. I think we got the green light on that. We're trying to figure out like where we're going to put him when he's done with the ceremony. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of like rule we're breaking there with PETA or something. But he might need earmuffs. Apparently, dogs can't handle the intensity of the Sooner Stadium, but we'll see.
Is Brent Berger?
I don't think so. I don't know if he wants to or not.
What's the origin of the shovel first down celebration?
Oh, so shout out Sammy Omasigo. I lift with him. Well, not in his rack. Him and John are in the same rack as you guys have heard before, but we're kind of like adjacent to him. I'm like across the way. It's like I'll catch him like staring at me sometimes when I'm doing curls. But anyways, me and him, we have a little free time in between sets. We kind of talk about like celebrations, like his sack celebration. My fault, I'm so sorry. His like sack celebrations. Like he told me I need to like work on some some celebrations. So he actually came up with that one for me, a little shovel thing. I thought it was pretty cool, and glad I got the chance to be able to do it. Turned out pretty cool. Shout out Sammy.
So he's just a celebration guy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously known for being this big TikTok influencer that's in all the dances and everything, and he's just a great charismatic guy. So he knows a lot of cool dances and moves and stuff. So he's a good guy to go to if you want some celebrations.
You haven't scored one yet, but do you have a touchdown celebration?
Not yet. Oh, I figured like when it happens, it'll come to me, but I don't have anything planned. You know what I mean?
How much would that mean to house one before the season's over?
Yeah, it'd be really cool. You know what I mean? I already got one in my career. It was on special teams, so I don't know if that counts or not. Yeah, it'd be very cool, obviously, and it would help the team win. So.
You're looking forward to seeing what this place is going to be like. I mean, this is probably the most meaningful home game you would have played in since you've been here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even last weekend, it feels like every time we come in here, this place is absolutely rocking, and we just appreciate the support from our fans so much, and we love playing here. I mean, it's hard for people to come in here and win. You know what I mean? Just because of the environment and the crowd and how bought into the game they are, and they're a smart crowd too. They know when to be loud. They know when to boo, when to not boo, as you saw last game. It's a great crowd. We have great fans, and I'm sure it's going to be popping in here.
Were you a fan of Mini Men as the fourth quarter song?
Yeah, I was. I don't want to take any credit, but I definitely helped pass that along at the highest possible chain command that I could. I kind of saw it on Twitter. We've been like wanting to do something like that though. So, but yeah, I'm glad we were able to play that. That was electric.
Jared, what's Troy's leadership meant to this team, even though he hasn't been able to be on the field?
Yeah, definitely. It's been incredible. Obviously, he was voted captain by his peers for a reason. I mean, he's a guy that loves this team and brings juice. And obviously going through another injury like that sits him out. It's a very hard thing for anybody to go through. And he's bounced right back up. He hasn't complained about anything. Just tried to be a light for people and cheer people on and just be a funny guy. You know what I mean? And encourage everybody, coach, teach, just be a captain because that's what he is. And so we really appreciate the role he stepped into and how committed he is.
You allowed yourself, I know it's a week-to-week thing, but you allowed yourself to think basically 4 quarters to win away from clinching a spot in the playoff?
No, not really. I don't really think into all that. I mean, I played a lot of football, and I know that once you start looking forward and stuff like that, you'll lose the one that's ahead of you. So, when it's LSU, it's not like they're a bad team. They're 7-4. I mean, it's always growing up, I wanted to go to LSU, and it's LSU Tigers. So you don't just look forward to anything past this game.
You brought up, you played in a lot of football, but your time at Oklahoma State, you guys, early in your career, you guys were playing for a lot of Big 12 titles, potential playoff bursts, all that type of stuff. Is that something that helped you grow into that mindset?
Yeah, just trying to be able to just, when you start looking forward and, Big 12 championships, you lose some games that you shouldn't have. And then you look back and you're like, wow, I should have just been focused on that week. And I'm cherishing these moments because it's my senior year. So time is my enemy right now. So I just kind of take in the small things and, hard practices with the guys and just enjoy the time that we have together.
You mentioned LSU was a place that maybe you would want to play when you were younger. What was it about LSU that kind of drew you to that program, and how much are you looking forward to playing that brand on Saturday?
Everything about LSU when I was younger. Tyrann Mathieu played for him, and the Honey Badger, and he played so good, and just watching him, and, watching all the DBs that came out of there when I was little, I loved watching it, and it's gonna be crazy. Just like when I played against Tennessee and Alabama, seeing those teams in the SEC growing up, and then you actually going and playing Tuscaloosa, it's kind of crazy. But playing against LSU this week is kind of surreal, But I just had to, it's crazy playing in the SEC. Every game is the biggest game of your life, and this is the biggest game of my life this week. So I just take that into accountability and try to be the best I can be.
It's been you and Reggie at that cheetah spot. Now he's going to miss the first half of that targeting call. What's that going to be like on Saturday, kind of having to bide y'all's time without him for the first half?
I think it'll be fun. I played a lot of football, and we'll probably move some other guys in and out of that cheetah, so it'll be good. I mean, missing him is gonna affect the game, but it's not like we don't have other guys that can step up. Reggie's a great player, but I told him once he come back in the second half, be ready to go. So don't get comfortable on the sideline because we have a big second half and it's gonna be a 4-quarter fight. So just still getting him in the rhythm of practice and getting ready for the game, even though because I had a target and calling. It's hard when you know you're not playing the first half to go out there and still practice and warm up before the game. So I try to keep his head in it.
Do you feel like he can learn from our Mason Thomas's experience earlier this year? Where, you know,
I sure hope so. Yeah, I sure hope so.
Kendall, as good as the defense has been all year, it seems like you guys have really hit an accelerator here in the last few weeks. Was there something that you feel like, was it just the need to win that sort of turned up the intensity, or what do you think happened?
I feel like the intensity always stayed the same, and I feel like, you know, the losses, everything happens for a reason, and not, you know, when you lose to Texas and Ole Miss, it kind of hurts, you know, so you're not thinking it happens for a reason, but we're scarred up, and, you know, we take that as accountability, and, you know, it fueled us. You know, when you lose a game, you come in and you don't, it's not cuss words and everything. Everybody just looks at themselves in the mirror and figure out what needs to be fixed, and we fix it.
Is there something about the defense or defenders
Kip Lewis
that
over here.
are able to make game-winning plays? I mean, so often you talk about game-winning.
I mean, the touchdown that you had on Saturday just seemed so seamless between you and John. What you've been trying to get, you know, back from the broken leg. He's had the hand stuff. How much has that kind of put a wrench in things? And is this a time where you guys are really starting to see the growth between each other?
Yes, I feel like we've seen a lot of growth. Just staying after practice like today, working on the back shoulders, over the shoulders, stuff like that, is all going to come together.
Given the journey you've had this season, how good did it feel to finally get in the end zone there?
I think it felt great. I work hard for that. Just all the hard work that I've been putting in, and just seeing me score out there felt great.
Does this game coming up this weekend mean anything more to you as a Louisiana kid?
Yeah, I feel like if I didn't go there, I want to play them, so that's what I feel like. I always wanted to go there, but I just felt like I came over here, so yeah, I don't know.
They ruled you out of bounds on the sideline on that catch you made. Were you out of bounds? Did you think you were in?
Nah, when I looked at the review, I think I caught that.
How rewarding was it then to score just a few plays later?
Say that again?
How rewarding was it to score a few plays later if you thought you were in?
You ever heard of something like ball don't lie? I feel like that's what happened.
Did you? I mean, I think the whole team was like, "Why are they calling a timeout?" Like, no one in the stadium really realized how close that catch was. I mean, is that something that you feel like you've been close to? Like, you can be known for making those kind of catches that people just don't think are really believable?
Yes, sir. I feel like any time the ball come my way, I'm gonna make the catch. That's my mindset the whole time.
JaVonnie, just what has John's leadership meant to this offense? I mean, obviously you guys have had your ups and downs, but he's at the forefront of everything. You know, keeping you guys together. Just what's his leadership meant?
I feel like it means a very, very lot because he's a quarterback. He run the offense. He's very vocal. When we get frustrated on the sidelines too, like he keeps a level head, getting us right, level head too. Like that's just great leadership by him too. I feel like he's a great quarterback too.
JaVonnie, you mentioned some of the frustrations on the sideline. It feels like this offense has sort of struggled to find a rhythm the last couple of weeks. What maybe do you think you guys can do better this week against LSU?
I feel like just execute more. Anything that the coaches call, we just got to go out there as players and execute. So, like, yeah.
We know Coach Arbuckle's a pretty intense guy. What's it been like just kind of working through this season with him and, learning this new offense? And what's kind of day-to-day, how is he pushing you guys to get even better?
I feel like Coach Arbuckle, very great coach. He pushes us every day to be the best we can be. Play calls he called, we just got to go out there and execute too. Everything that he do, he set us up for great things, and that's all I can say.
Do you feel like this offense is close to getting better?
Yeah, I feel like the offense, every offense gonna have ups and downs. You just gotta keep pushing through it. Like, that's the main thing.
It's not just you, but we're seeing a little bit more of Jermichael Carter too. Like, what is it that's kind of allowing you two to be more productive in the offense right now?
I feel like when I see Jermichael, I feel like he getting better, and I try to push him. He push me every day. So it's a competition really. I feel like that's my main thing, and just like everybody around too. Like I try to push them, they try to push me too. So that's the main thing.
How would you describe the way this year's gone versus your expectations coming in for you personally?
Me personally, I never had a winning season, so I feel like it's like a great season to me. Like, I love it. So
you don't care about what you're doing personally. You just love the winning.
yeah, winning, that's the main thing.
What about playing in front of all these people? I mean, I know you've probably never played in front of some of these big crowds like this. What's that been like, that adjustment?
I feel like they've been great. It's a lot of people. It do be mind-blowing. Like at Tennessee, that was a big crowd. I just keep a level head at the same time, but I'm still playing something that I love to play in front of a lot of people, showcasing my talent.
You have to learn how to handle that environment.
I feel like once you get that first hit, naturally, it just comes to you. Like you've been playing a sport for your whole life. It's just going to come natural to you.
Everything just kind of quiets.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have the opportunity to play for a playoff spot on Saturday?
That feel great. Like just playing with this football team. That's an amazing football team. And we just look at every team like the same team. Like we trying to get there. Like.
What's level of intensity like this week, knowing everything that's in front of you guys, but still got to take care of this on Saturday?
Yeah, it's very at a high stake right now. We all know what we got to go do. And it's nothing different coming in, just doing what we've been doing.
Is it kind of the same rhythm of what it's been this whole last month of the year, almost?
Oh, yeah. I think we caught our stride very, very well. And so just keep coming in, keep doing what we're doing. Don't change the process now.
You mentioned catching your stride. What's been maybe the most important factor in that in these last few games?
Just hammering down on details, small things, sticking to just the basics. That's what leads up to just the greatest sum of all, just the little basics. So I've just been hammering on that all week.
Kip, playing a couple former Sooners this weekend with Tyler Sharp and Nick Anderson, have you spoken to them? Anything this week?
Yeah, I was just talking to Nick the other day. I'm still in contact with him. He's one of my best buds, and so I told him that it's going to be fun going against them. So.
Are you looking forward to? Is there anything specifically that you're excited for to play against them?
Nah, just ready to have fun out there with them. It's always fun out there playing with best friends.
These last few weeks, obviously you've been playing at a high level, so is Owen Heineke. It seems like you guys might be feeding off each other a little bit at linebacker. What is that dynamic between the two of you like right now, and how much is it meant to have him step up, especially with Kobe getting banged up at times this year?
Owen's just been doing what he's been doing. I just love seeing Owen just reaping what he's been sowing out. He's the hardest worker I've known. And so, we just kind of, like you said, just kind of feed off each other. I just always want to see him succeed and vice versa. And so we just kind of feed off each other.
You committed to this place a long time ago. Is it surreal? Do you think about it a lot that, like, hey, you're now playing in a place like this and you're potentially going to go to the playoff and you're playing in some of these SEC games? Have you taken a moment to kind of take all that in?
We were just talking to my class that came in, all of us together. And I was like, guys, this is like what we've been wanting, been dreaming for, and so it's just surreal that we have opportunity to just go out there and go do it.
Do you think that kind of helps you, go play this weekend and maybe play a little bit looser, knowing that level of appreciation is there?
Definitely has that. Just always want to give max effort, give it all out for my teammates, for the team, and what we can, and have the opportunity to do.
Is there anything you remember about those initial talks with Brent after he took over and all the chaos that was going on?
He visited my high school, and there's this guy. I always tell him he's the Avengers and the Red Skull. I always call him the Red Skull. And so when I first saw I was just he's he got a get back coach for him to get back, because he just coaches with so much energy and passion. I was yeah. And my mom had made a comment, and she was yeah, you're probably gonna need one for both of y'all. And so I knew I was gonna love him right when I first met him. And you could tell he just cares and appreciates for his guys.
Kip, your energy during games is pretty noticeable, but off the field, you seem like a pretty low-key guy. How do you sort of get into that headspace, or does it just happen during games?
Yeah, that's what I tell my friends be asking me, or like teammates ask me, like, yeah, how do you like have like that much energy? And I just like, guys, I honestly don't really know. I just go out there and I just kind of, like you said, just kind of flip a switch and it gets going. And so, yeah, I just kind of flip a switch, I guess.
I noticed before the Texas game that you took a lap barefoot around the field. Is that something that you've done before, after? What was that about?
Yeah, I do. I've been doing that this like past year, and so I always just like to come out. Just I guess they call it, when Kobe calls it, grounding, and I've been grounding apparently. But I just like to get the feel of the field, just barefoot, just whatever vibes it brings off. I would just like to sit out there and chill for a little while.
Do you like to listen to music when you're doing it, or are you soaking in everything?
Yeah, I just listen to some slow music. I know people probably think I'm just listening to like some bash music that getting me all pumped up, but really, honestly, it's just probably like some soft violins, or just like some jazz or something, just to calm me down.
So all that chill vibe before you go.
Yeah, calm before the storm.
All that energy you get, do you get that fired up before the podcast with Caden Helms?
Yeah,
or like...
you know, we had to sit there and we had to just jitter ourselves up and sum up some energy in the morning. So it is fun, though, doing that with one of my best buds on the team. Whenever he asked me to do it, I was like ecstatic, because I was like, I was like, yeah, don't like sign me up. I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
So it's just been fun doing it.
You, Caden, and Nick, you guys were very close. Is this going to kind of be a full circle moment for the three of y'all?
Definitely going to be a full circle moment. We was talking to Nick the other day, like we said, and just glad to come see him, be back down here, and I'm just happy to see him again.
Kip, I know about LSU's offense. I know they've gone through a quarterback change, stuff like that, but as you kind of dive into that, what do you look out for?
Yeah, really talented group, really great group of guys on offense. He's definitely a versatile. He got his legs, his arm. He's very smart from what he shows in the film, and so it's going to be a good challenge.
Days coming here.
Yeah, the feeling's so real, to be honest. It's just how it all happened so fast. I had best friends back at TCU telling me that it's going to go by fast, so it's really here, and it's just like a couple of tears will be shed, because it's just, I don't know, just worked a long time for this. It's just happy for my next chapter of my life.
Your family going to be here Saturday?
Most definitely, without a doubt, yes, sir. They can't wait either. Yeah, yes, sir.
Has it occurred to you at all? Have you given it a thought that this might not be your last home game here, depending on what happens Saturday?
It definitely occurred to me, but we're just taking it one game at a time, honestly. Not looking too much in the future, just taking it day by day.
What do you see from LSU right now offensively? What are they doing to change quarterbacks? They're doing some different things.
They have a lot of great guys. I mean, it's LSU, to be honest, and we're just Coach V. He has a great scheme, and we're just taking it day by day and making sure we have everything in line to beat those guys. To be honest, so, yeah.
Dominic, I think a lot of people just expected you to come in here and play a year and then be gone, but to be here for 2, has it been, I don't know, enriching in a way to spend that much time here?
Honestly, yeah. Like, I'm glad I stayed another year, because getting more knowledge from Coach Bates and Coach V, and just all the guys especially too, it was like definitely a blessing. And honestly, I just built such a close bond with everybody here. It's just that family feeling was just like so quick coming here. I want another year of that too, because just like these are my guys, dog. Like Jaden, Stone, Margot, Trent, all my little brothers. Like Jacob Henry, those are my little brothers for real. Like I love them like that too. So.
I'm assuming go on in the NFL, you have a great career there. You're always going to remember this year in the way that this defense and this defensive line kind of were talked about, throughout college football. I would imagine that's going to be a special thing that you'll carry with you the rest of your career.
Most definitely. I mean, all years that I had in college were very special to me. But I feel like this one in my freshman year at TCU was definitely very special in my heart. And that's something that's going to be like, those relationships I built are going to be forever relationships. I'm going to invite a lot of these dudes to my weddings, to be honest. So, yeah.
To that point, your freshman year at TCU, you guys played for a national championship. You think this is a championship team?
Without a doubt. Like, wholeheartedly, 10 toes down, standing on that. Yes, sir.
What similarities do you see between this team's mindset and that TCU team's?
like you said, mindset, the heart. I mean, definitely the 1-2. I feel like, especially, I'm always on the defensive side, so I can speak for the defense. I see the offense all the time, but I just feel like everybody around me definitely has that, like, I don't care what the outside world what stays in, like, what's going on between these walls, that's all that matters. And that's all we care about, honestly, is just keep going.
Do you feel like you personally are playing the best football of your career right now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Especially with, like, having Coach Bates by my side, having Grayson Home by my side, Stone, all those guys keep pushing me, making me want to do better every single rep, every single day. Yes, sir.
How much has Coach Bates, just the last 2 years, developed the impact he's had on you?
I mean, he definitely helped me break down the game a lot more, honestly. And just having him also, like, grow me as a man, not just as a football player, but as one day I'm going to be a father. So it's just like having him take those steps and sit me down one-on-one saying, hey, Dom, this is what we need from you. This is what you got to do. You got to lock in this, and that. Like, he paved the way step by step. So, yeah.
It was good, missing that many games, slowly working back in Alabama, and then finally being able to go back out there with the guys. It was good.
What was that process like for you, just getting injured, having to miss a couple games, work back in the field?
It was just a matter of taking everything like day by day, making sure my symptoms were in check, not pushing too far. Just a matter of me being safe. So.
Is that something that you think about just in terms of like when you have your last concussion? Maybe not playing again?
Not really. I don't like to think about that. I'd rather just think about what's ahead of me, not what's going to be or what can stop me. So I just worry about each week.
Have they talked to you about, I've seen a couple of NFL guys, linemen do it with the added shell on top of when they're playing. Is that something that has been a topic of conversation for you?
Yeah, they had asked me about it, but I said no.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like it, some people don't, but I'd rather not have that on my helmet in the game. So.
What was it like watching Ryan take over there
Awesome.
for a little bit?
I mean,
Kinda
kid's a baller. Did what I could to help him in practice, keep him up, talk him up, just be a leader. I know how good he is and what he's capable of doing. So just watching him play at such a young age and being so successful, it was awesome.
Where have you seen him grow the most, maybe from early this year to when he ended up kind of filling for you?
I think maturing. I think that he had to mature quick. This is not a conference where you can be immature. That will end up with you losing a lot of reps, and he proved himself early and fast that he's a guy that came to compete at a young age, and he's just doing what he's supposed to be doing.
This season, just can you kind of put in words just everything? Obviously, you've had the ups and downs, but just everything that you guys have accomplished as a team as well.
I think, going into the season, it was just a matter of climbing the mountain, taking it a game at a time, a week at a time, not really pushing too far forward. Starting with Monday, into Tuesday, into Wednesday, just taking everything day by day was our biggest concern to get where we are now. So,
have you thought about just the journey, just in terms of basically got a game to play in the clinch a spot at the playoffs from where you came from, Western Carolina?
Yeah, it's crazy to know that I came from an FCS level to now we have a very high possibility of going to the college playoff, and that's awesome. But from here on out, it's a day by day thing, and we have to execute on Saturday.
How much is that being just pounded in everybody's heads, just the one day, one game, just never looking forward?
Yeah, a lot. You never want to look too far forward. I feel like you can catch yourself in some things that will get you into a situation that you don't want to be in. So, yeah.
What have you seen from LSU defensively? I know not probably the year that they wanted, but still a lot of really good athletes over on that side of the ball.
They're very aggressive, very talented. They have a really good DC. They know what they're doing. So this is not a game that we can play around with. We know what their goal is coming into our stadium on Saturday, and that's to keep us out of the college playoff. So we're going to do what we need to do, get in our game plans, and execute on Saturday.
You've had a long career, but now battling through the injuries and then playing in these caliber of games and rotating back in, all of that. Have you learned anything about yourself, the way you handle stuff off the field, or how you need to handle things on the field, especially to navigate this final stretch of the season?
I think the biggest thing for me, too, was maturing. And I know it might sound crazy because I'm an older guy, but kind of like telling myself that the time that I missed, it wasn't bad. I mean, I can't play on that. So it was just a matter of me maturing and realizing that I can't let that bear down on me. I just have to keep moving and doing what I need to do, listening to Coach B, talking to my teammates on whatever I need to talk about, and they've all kind of helped me get back to where I am now. So
Did you navigate much injury history when you were at Western Carolina and other stops, or
not
has this
really.
kind of been
Just been here. So
has that helped you in a way, or has it been provided you maybe more learning experiences than maybe you anticipated?
not really. I guess they were just surprising because they happened so fast. So
The offensive line. It's been good. Everybody, it's a lot better place than last year, so everybody's happy. They're excited to be out there. Got a good group in there, so Fabechi stepped up, been a great leader, so it's been awesome.
Was it rough getting over, obviously, the knee and just kind of moving forward with it?
Yeah, I mean, that was hard to deal with, but, it's been all right. It's not my first time around, so. And I've got great people in the locker room, great support staff, great family, so it's been easier.
What has your role been with the freshmen? Just how much have they leaned on you over the last, I guess, 5 or 6 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, since I got hurt, I kind of talked to Feb and was like, hey, it's a little bit different now. Like, you're going to have to probably go ahead and take over just a little bit more. But, I mean, I'm in the meetings. I'm out there at practice, during the game. So it's good just, kind of relaxing them, because if they mess up, you're getting Coach B's wrath. So it's good to come over there and just be like, hey, settle down, you're fine. Just go play your game. Trust it.
What's it been like to see those young guys really develop, kind of be thrown into the fire and grow through the season?
I'm proud of them, because especially in the summer, I sat down with Mike, Ryan, Eddie, all these guys. I was like, hey, y'all aren't normal freshmen. Y'all can go out here and play for us early, so y'all need to pick it up and figure it out now. And they've seen that, and they've grown up, so where it's not they still do some freshman stuff. I mean, Fasusi's like a freshman just through and through, but I mean, he don't play like it. But I mean, they go out there and they grow up and they go against grown men every day, so it's good to see.
What was the most fun part about just seeing how this thing's come together over this last month?
Yeah, it's been awesome because all the hard work we did in spring, from fall, in the summer, just seeing everybody finally come together, and it's so everyone feels like it paid off. To where you're not just why did we do this? But they were out there and they busted their tails, to where everyone feels like, okay, this was all worth it, and now we're just closer and closer to it.
What's your timeline as far as your health coming back? Just
honestly,
how far along are you?
Wednesday will be 10 weeks post-op, so I'm feeling good, moving around, got everything. I mean, I'm out there snapping pregame, just warming up, helping out because we're running low on body, so I'm out there helping out. But I don't know exactly when, probably closer to February, March, maybe, but who knows.
I know this is your 5th year, but are you going to try to get a medical waiver to get a 6th year?
We're applying for it right now, but we don't know for sure. I still don't know what I'm doing yet. It's either this or just go back home, learn a trade, and start doing HVAC installation, so we don't know what's going on.
Is it nerve-wracking with the kind of the rule that they're trying to come up with, where it's 5 years and just you're done type deal? Is that kind of
what's the rule?
They've been talking about just a 5-year flat rule a little bit. Is that kind of nerve-wracking a little bit?
Oh, no, not at all. No. Because like I said, if I still know if I'm getting in. If I get it, great. If I don't, we'll be all right.
What do you see from Brent, just from kind of your perspective now and just his development as a head coach? I know Peyton and Kobe have come in here and talked about not so much how much he's changed, but there are little areas where it seems like it's been a positive.
Oh, yeah. With Coach Venables?
Yeah.
He's been great. I mean, he comes out there, he's still the same old guy. I mean, he's still addicted to football like no other, but he comes out there with the same intent, same energy, but he feel like to us, we have a plan. Everyone knows what's ahead of us. Everyone knows what we're doing it for. And I think there's a better communication level on all that. And I think that's what makes everyone feel great about it.
Obviously, there's been some advancement on the field, but off the field, how do you think this team's kind of grown from a leadership standpoint? What role do you think you've played in that?
I think from the summer when we started off with the Jaren mandatory fun shirt that he has, I think it started from that because, it was teamed up with guys that you really wouldn't expect to hang out with outside the facility. So it's good to see you just building competition levels, and then just built on through fall camp, through the summer. So I think that kind of just kept on. And in the summer or in the season, it gets harder because everyone's doing recovery, class, but you still have time. There's still a little game room in there, so I'll go in there and I'll challenge somebody to a one-on-one in UFC. I get knocked out every time, but I'll talk a little crap here and there.
You've been around for 3 years, just on the field. What have you noticed about just the growth of this program from 23, 24, and now obviously the 25 season?
Yeah, I think for everyone, it's just they've stayed the course. The guys that have been here, the Kobe McKenzie's, those kind of guys, they've all been here. They've been from the beginning with him till the end, till now. And I've been blessed to be here for 3 years, so I've seen it with just a different style of guys we're bringing in. the guys that are here, you start off young, you're immature, and then you grow up really quick here. So it's like you don't have time to kind of sit around and just learn. You come in here, you learn, you become a man, and then it shows on site. Like David Stone's a great example. Last year, no. David Stone was a freshman. He wasn't ready to go. This year, I was a grown man out there. And I'm honestly, sucks I'm hurt, but at least I got to go against him every day, so that kind of works out.
Rec specs for him? What was that?
Yeah, I get on him enough about that. We couldn't see anything, so now he just looks like four eyes all the time. I mean, it's pretty intimidating. Number 0, that, but I mean.
So was he just playing blind?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. I don't really know. He's a unique guy.
What's to say about him that he was as effective as he was early in the season?
Kind of pisses me off a little bit. He was that good and couldn't see, so they can have fun with that now.
You talked about the freshmen. How has it been watching Coach B coach those freshmen on a week-to-week basis?
It's really interesting, especially when you have Michael Fasusi, who's a Nigerian. So then sometimes you can't really understand what he's saying, when he's making his calls. So listen to Coach B try to explain to him hey, you need to enunciate more so we can understand what you're saying. Yeah. It's kind of funny, but he's good. Coach B's mellowing out-ish. No, he's not. he's actually ramped it up. But it's good. They need it. A bunch of young guys. We don't have a lot of old guys in there, so get on him, and then next year hopefully he doesn't have to yell at them as much.
What was that coin toss like for the Missouri game? Saw Zion Young kind of jawing at y'all.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I don't get to play, so I just had fun. He wanted to talk, so we'll talk. And then, here's my thing. I like to ramp it up for the guys that are going out there. It's like even last year, I'd go up to a defensive end and then go up to Tarquin and be like, hey, man, good luck today. Just got to have fun with it.
Any Thanksgiving plans this week?
My family's in town, so I think we're going to have a nice big old turkey and then sit around and be fat and jolly.